Now it's time for sport. Lots of my favourite men in the studio tonight. How fabulous.
And we know who the favourite is because Nottingham's world champion Carl Froch is here. And he's here to talk about the most eagerly awaited British boxing match in years. The mouth-watering prospect of a rematch between this man and challenger George Groves. For months we have been asking, will it happen? Tonight we can confirm that the answer is yes. Carl, tell us some more.
Well, the rematch is on. You've just said it yourself. The first fight ended somewhat controversially in a few people's eyes. My fans think the fight was stopped correctly, but his fans think the fight should have gone on. Me personally, I feel the fight maybe should have gone on a few more seconds because I was robbed of my glory. But you know, there's two sides of looking at it. There's a big argument going on, and that's what's made the fight so interesting and so exciting and so big. I mean, this is probably going to be the biggest British boxing match now in the history, and it sounds ludicrous, but that's how big this is getting.
Well, let's see a few pictures from that first fight now. And when have you set the rematch for?
It's looking like it's going to be May the 31st, which is about, I think it's 15 weeks on Saturday. And I'm trying myself to get it on at the City Ground because for me, you know, there's two things I want to do before I retire, and that's one fight at the City Ground, obviously Nottingham Forest, and on the Vegas Strip, because, you know, it's like the fight capital city, Las Vegas. But one fight at a time. If I can get this at the City Ground, for me, that would be phenomenal.
And we love an all-British fight in this country, don't we?
Oh, we do. We love a domestic tear-up. I mean, you've got to go back as far as Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn to get something of this magnitude, and it's unbelievable that the controversy from the first fight and the stoppage being somewhat premature in a lot of people's eyes, and then the needle between myself and George Groves. We don't like each other, you know, make no bones about it. Let's not make any secrets. We really don't like each other. It is quite personal. And when you've got a domestic fight where two people genuinely don't like each other, they've already boxed and it could have gone either way, and then the stoppage was a bit ropey. It's just made for a massive, massive event, and I'm just looking forward to getting back in camp now.
OK, well, we'll look forward to it. It's going to be quite something. Thank you very much indeed. Stay right there, Carl, because no fights on the ice last night, Carl. One in prospect for you. Are you dreading training? Are you looking forward to getting back to it?
I think I'm looking forward to getting back in the gym, actually. One of the main things I miss is cutting out, you know, the diet, cutting out the sweets, and I've got quite a sweet cheesecake and desserts. I'm actually heading over to Pizza Savai in a minute for a big feast before I start my camp.
I'd do that if I were you, yeah. Fuel up before you have to do it. Carl, thank you very much for coming in to join us,
Pleasure.
and I hope we get that match at the City Ground. It'd be quite something.
Oh, it'd be great, wouldn't it? We'd be there, Carl.
Fantastic.
We'd be there.